Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the Cleanser. Without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor by smashing the like button because we have slowed down, guys, with the likes. We didn't even get up to 500 likes in the last two videos. Can we get to the 1,000 likes, please? I beg. So that, guys, we can get to 13,000 subscribers before Christmas. Before Christmas, can we get to 13,000 and beyond? Thank you all, guys, so much. I highly appreciate you. I know that I ask a lot of you, but it only takes a millisecond. You know, just a millisecond and you're done. So we can't go to the North Gauteng High Court because the High Court is adjourned, or it is closed until I think around the 17th or something of January. But we are coming back to the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial on the 22nd of January 2024. And so I was just going through some newspaper articles that I have not read in like maybe 3 weeks or so. So I was trying to catch up on some of the things that transpired around the country, but I came across what seemed to me that even the reporting itself was quite interesting, considering the fact that we don't know the real facts of what transpired in Ratamukwatleng court's room when there was a scuffle between accused number 3, 4, and 5 with Vusi Jele, which is kind of ironic that his surname is Jele and he's a prison warden. But anyways, guys, so here I was just going through, you know, because as I said, at work things have slowed down. It's December. I'm done with wrapping up everything. I've wound down everything that I needed to do for 2023, and I'm practically twiddling my thumb waiting for 2024. But I'm waiting for the 14th of December 2023 when we officially close for the year. But because I'm a good subordinate, so I still have to wake up in the morning and go to work. So there I got across the Citizen, and in big bold letters I saw prison warden opens assault case against Senzo Meyiwa murder accused. I was like, that is a bit of a stretch, considering some of our suspicion as to what actually was behind the scuffle. And I still think that there was something behind the scuffle, because I think the target was not accused number 3, 4, and 5, because they've got nothing to lose. And I think I've said this before. They have absolutely nothing to lose. Accused number 5, he's serving 6 life terms. What other charges can you add on to what he's already serving if that is going to make any difference? Same goes with number 4 and number 3. But number 2, who has never been to prison, ever charged with a criminal offense, or had a pending matter on him besides the so-called drugs and ammunition, as well as the death of Senzo Meyiwa. The target was accused number 2, as far as I'm concerned. And I think the MPA or Baloy, together with his bandits, they thought accused number 1 as well, we should also secure an arrest of some sort. Let's hope that the 2 will bite the bait and be part of accused number 3, number 4, and number 5 in the scuffle. I think the targets were accused number 1 and accused number 2. It just so happened that they went to accused number 3, or is it accused number 4? And the interesting part about Twitter and TikTok and YouTube is that they went and investigated and went and dug some pictures of people who were in a similar position as accused number 3, number 4, and number 5, where they were escorted to jail, to the High Court for their trials. And during adjournment, like short adjournment or long adjournment, they would sit literally on top of the, what do you call this, the dock, the bench, basically, in the gallery or in the dock. And nobody said anything. And the same Vusi Jele, who has accompanied many prisoners before, he has never had an issue with prisoners or awaiting trial prisoners sitting on top of those benches. And I've asked, why would you have a problem with people sitting on top of that when it is a short adjournment or long adjournment? They can sit anywhere, anyhow they want. They are heavily guarded. There are snipers there. There are all kinds of people watching these people. And on top of that, I believe that their feet are shackled. How on earth were they going to run away or escape? And what law is there that says people in the gallery in court shouldn't sit in a certain way? Radovan Kretcher was sitting and even folding his foot across the table on top of those benches in the High Court, and nobody had an issue with that. So you get to see that the real thing here is not that they had a problem with how they were sitting during an adjournment. It had something to do with a target, and I'm still saying that the target was accused number 2 and accused number 1, but especially accused number 2, because accused number 1, if you remember very well, on the 1st of December, he was a judgment was pending on him, and probably they thought that yeah, definitely is going to jail for this one, probably for like 5 years, maybe even 10 years or 15 years for illegal possession of ammunition, as well as Mary Jane. So now the one that they were worried about was number 2. Number 2, even though they smeared all that stuff that they smeared on him, then I think they know. This is, okay, let me put it this way. I suspect that there is a possibility that Judge Rata, I'm not saying this happened, and it's just me and my 2 IQs, rubbing each other and then trying to come up with some kind of a reason why this scuffle out of the blue popped during Gininda on the stand. I suspect, I'm not saying this is true, I suspect that Judge Rata may have gone over to Baloy and say, hey bro, I don't think accused number 1 and accused number 2, these charges will stick. Your witnesses have tripped over each other, contradicted each other, and then comes their boss also adding some salt, sugar, and some honey. And as a judge, people are watching, and other legal minds and jurists are watching. And if I take a decision that is in your favor as a state, when so many discrepancies have happened in this case, I'm talking about the trial within a trial. I think he said, from where I sit, I am not going to admit these confessions into evidence. They are not going to be carried to the main trial. You better come up with an idea. Come up with an idea on how you can keep accused number 2 in particular. Show the country that he is violent. Show the country that he's a scumbag. Show the country that he has a short fuse. Show the country that he has no respect for authority. That was the target. Because I thought, number 1, anyways, the judgment on Friday, which was on the 1st of December, is going to put him away. But at the same time, what if he doesn't? Let's hope also he will join the scuffle, and then Vusi Jele will go and open a case of assault against all 5 of them. But the real target, as far as I think, it is accused number 2. I think so. I think so. So now Rata realized that, oh, this did not go according to the way I thought it would have gone. That is why he quickly distanced himself and said, no, I want you to tell the court what happened because I was not present, and there's not going to be swearing because you don't have legal representation. And then he goes on about Ubuntu, and he goes on about, I'm not saying that you are going to escape. There's been prisoners that have escaped before in court. And I was like, so what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I can tell you from where I am seated with my 2 IQs that this was deliberate. It's just so it fell on the wrong side of the accusations. It did not go to where it was targeted. And I thought that was a very smart move by Rata by distancing himself and actually not making a ruling. But his words are coming from a high court. Of course, whatever he said as a judge sitting in the high court bench, it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, at least it carries some kind of weight. That is why this Vusi Jele individual felt confident that if I go open a case against the 3 people that assaulted him, when in fact I believe he provoked them. I believe he provoked them. And how do I know he provoked them? It's because other prisoners, like accused number 3, accused number 4, and accused number 5, have sat exactly the way they sat. And nobody had a problem about that. There is no standard rule that if you are in the court, you should sit in a particular way, especially during long or short adjournment. Even Rata said they have the right to stretch. They can even jump if they want to. Imagine if they did jump, probably they would have been shot. That's because there's no rule. And secondly, that's not your furniture. It belongs to the government. Why would you have a problem with something that does not belong to you? If it breaks, guess what? Taxpayers will pay it. So I did not understand that whole thing. That is why I suspect that there was no way this was for accused number 3, number 4, number 5. But because the 2 young men probably have a high respect for, especially for accused number 4, they thought they were going to jump in protecting him. Unfortunately. And the question I'm asking, even about the media themselves, why this narrative seems to be one-sided? Why at the time when y'all took the videos, you didn't see the whole thing? That's another narrative that is building up outside of that high court when it comes to ordinary people. I have not made any accusation on the media, but as I was reading and I was watching these clips, I was like, what is the agenda of the media when it comes to this matter? Do they want justice for Senzo Meyiwa? Are they agreeing in principle that these 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa ought indeed to be found guilty and thrown in jail, and the real killer of Senzo Meyiwa walk away free? I will say it again, dear media. 6 people were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014, and 6 people who were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014 know who pulled the trigger. The 5 men that sit in that dock knows absolutely nothing. This is a smear campaign to ensure that somebody takes the fall for the death of Senzo Meyiwa. Is that the agenda you want to push, that it is 5 men? Let me tell you, as a public, we don't believe it. It doesn't matter how you report this case. We don't believe that. Or at least some of us. So now, let's go to this particular article, which was quite interesting. I thought, okay, now I lost it. Whoa, I lost it. Okay, I'll find it. It was quite interesting to actually read what on earth was happening. Okay, what happened? Why would you just do this, bro? I'm trying to speak to the clan about this matter, and then you are disappearing on me. Okay, I am back. I found the story. As I said, the headline says, prison warden opens assault case against Senzo Meyiwa murder accused. And a subheading goes, AfriForum's Kherinel, who was on a watching brief for the Meyiwa family, warns that the matter should not be taken lightly. Wasn't Kherinel removed as a watching brief in this matter because he is siding with the state? He believes that the 5 men that stand accused of Senzo Meyiwa are the correct people. Sorry, Kherinel, I don't think so. You are wrong, sir. Very much wrong. It's quite disappointing that a seasoned prosecutor like yourself, whom I've met twice before, would think like that. Okay, this is the article. A prison warden has opened a case of assault against 3 of the accused in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial following an altercation on Monday. Vusi Jele opened the case against Mtobisi Mncube, Mthokoziseni Mapisa, and Fisokuhle Ntuli, the SAPS confirmed on Wednesday. During the proceedings on Monday, no, it was not during the proceedings, it was an adjournment. Sorry, journalists. A fight broke out between the prison warden and the trio as the court took a break from defense's cross-examination of Sergeant Vusimuzi Mukhani. Nqube's lawyers, Advocate Charles Mnisi, said his client was trying to defend himself from this huge gentleman. And he's huge. He hit accused number 3 with his shoulder. I don't know how it started, but that is what I saw, he said. After consulting his client, Nisi told the court Nqube informed him the accused usually stood up to stretch during break, and the guard did not take kind to that. He is saying that in each case the gentleman is here in court, he would command them to sit as they are seated, now as if the court is still in process. But today, what happened specifically was he approached them again and said to them they should sit down. According to accused number 3, he told them if they didn't want to comply with his instructions, he was going to hit them. As if he's guarding 3-year-olds. How can you even say that to grown people? Where is the rule? Show us the rule that says they should sit as though they are in the court procession. Then they said, but this is an adjournment. We are entitled to stretch our legs because we have been sitting for more than 2 hours. So he did not take kind to that, and he started to hit them with a shoulder. The defense lawyers explained. Nisi added that the accused were not retaliating, but trying to block the blows. AfriForum's Gerinel, who was on a watching brief for the Meyiwa family, said the matter should not be taken lightly. I'm not quite sure which matter should not be taken lightly. That accused number 3, 4, and 5 are so dangerous that they must not be taken lightly, or the death of Senzo Meyiwa and the trial. This is vague. I don't know what he's talking about. Probably he's talking about the 3 accused because he believes that they are the killers of Senzo Meyiwa. So the propaganda now has spilled over to the people who are supposed to be helping Senzo Meyiwa's family, who don't believe that the 5 people, by the way, are the right people because of a phone call that Tumelo Madlala made to Fiso Meyiwa. And Kelly Kumalo was heard in the background saying, Gizotsini Kumala Senzo. And you have 5 people standing accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. Yeah, I think it was very serious. An altercation with the person warden in execution of his duties. Oh, so that is talking about the 3. Absolutely serious. That's why we here in the main, we will provide our services if they needed, he told the SABC. I'm confused. What? Now, if anybody understood that, please let me know. Is he talking about giving services to the 3? I didn't understand that. But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make about this scuffle, even though we were not in court, we don't know where it all started, but if you read between the lines, the target was not accused number 3, number 4, and number 5. The target was accused number 2 and number 1, but most especially accused number 2, to keep him so that they can do more of investigations and find other cases to smear on him, maybe even the death of AKA and his friend. Maybe even the death of that DJ. What was the DJ again that passed away about a year ago? And I believe his case is cold now. So they are desperate to solve these so-called cold cases. And I've said before, I don't think cold cases in South Africa has the type of expertise that can actually solve these cases. That is why I personally believe that the Meyiwa family themselves need to sit down as a family and begin to accept together that they may never see justice for Senzo Meyiwa. They may never see it because Baloyi is not interested in arresting the correct people. At least co-join them with accused number 1 to number 5. And they become accused number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11. If there is number 12, the one that cleaned the crime scene. So I don't understand. Honestly speaking, I feel like this is the time where they need to sit down and accept that they will never, ever, this is just a sad reality, they will never see justice for Senzo Meyiwa. Our police are inept. And now we are seeing other tactics that they are applying to solve cases by profiling people and then smearing them with these cases and say they were guilty because they were in this specific area when this specific person died. I feel bad for whoever is going to be picked up on the street for the death of AKA and his friend. I feel bad for other cold cases that are going to be smeared on innocent South Africans. I say it again, we're in December. Make sure that you don't get arrested on the 14th. It's on a Thursday. It's on a Friday. The only time you'll be able to see a magistrate will be 4 days later on Monday. And who knows what other charges they may add on top of you if you look in a particular way. A way that they might think, we got it. We're just going to pin this cold case on this one. He looks like, yeah, definitely the South Africans will believe it. That is where we at, I think, which is sad, scary, and unacceptable. So yeah, like I said, I came across this article and I thought, because we never talked about that scuffle in detail, let me do it in this video by reading this so-called assault case. I don't know how far this assault case is going to go, and I don't know how much accused number 3 and number 5 care that a case of assault was opened against them to begin with. Like, what difference is it going to make? And where is the logic and the wisdom? Yes, I understand. If indeed they the ones that initiated this fight, then correctly so. Open a case of assault. Open a case of assault because it's still a crime to assault somebody in South Africa. But this one, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you guys so very much. You guys are the best. Also, leave me a comment down below. Let me know. I know we didn't discuss this in depth about this so-called assault or the altercation that took place at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial last week, Monday, between Vusi Jele, the prison warden, and accused number 3, number 4, and number 5. Also, guys, share this video far and wide. I highly appreciate it. I do see it in the analytics. Again, I'm going to beg you, give this video a like before you leave. Very important, I beg. And also, when you come across other YouTubers' channels, please like their videos and also subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.